In this lesson, we'll take a closer look at Route 53, or Amazon's distributed DNS service. It's fairly fully featured, with multiple DNS record types supported and multiple routing algorithms possible. It also allows for resource-level IAM control, and it leverages the same point of presence or POP locations as CloudFront. Currently, that's 37 across the globe. It has HA and low latency baked in. Let's first take a look at exactly what DNS is. You can think of DNS as the phone book for the internet. When I want to send a request to a server, I typically know it by its domain. Well, maybe that's not true in my case because I'm a developer. I know a lot of servers by their IPs, but most folks access by the domain. Computers, on the other hand, have to route to IP addresses. DNS provides that mapping, so when I look up a server by its domain name, I'm routed to its IP address. Route 53 is a distributed DNS service with multiple locations around the globe. So when a user in the US does a DNS lookup, they're hitting a local edge location, and the same for a user in South America and Australia. Route 53 has support for all major record types: A records, SOAs, MX, CNAMEs, and so forth. It also provides Zone Apex to ELB or S3 hosted websites. You have control over the TTL, or time to live, which is basically how often the service looks for an update to a DNS record, and wildcard entries are supported as well. Route 53 comes with two routing algorithms. You can do weighted round robin, and you can also do latency-based routing, which allows for multi-region and failover. Route 53 failover lets you failover from one region to another. To use it, you first set health checks, which can mimic user interactions like request of a specific URL. You can specify these health checks by IP or domain. When a health check of the primary fails, DNS can redirect to the secondary in another region. It currently doesn't support ELB endpoints, however. The free tier pricing on Route 53 expires July 31st. The pricing model itself is fairly complicated. It depends on the number of hosted zones, essentially the domains that you're hosting, the number of DNS queries, which can either be standard or latency-based routing, which are more expensive, and the DNS failover health checks. Route 53 best practices are DNS best practices. First, set reasonable TTLs. I usually find that about 5 minutes works. And tight security. In Route 53, you can lock IAM access down to either the network team having access to all hosted zones, or certain members of that team only having access to specific zones. Also consider multi-region with DNS failover. This can be a good solution for mission-critical applications, but it is expensive and it can be very complicated to maintain your systems in two separate regions. In summary, Route 53 supports multiple DNS records and routing algorithms, gives resource-level control from IAM. It leverages the same POP locations as CloudFront, currently 37. It can provide multi-region failover, and it has many facets to its pricing.